everybody, it's your boy Alexis Maurice and my co-host,
your boy Trey Hollywood.
And it is time for a new episode of Hollywood Happenings. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine. Tonight we're drinking on some Yellowtail Chardonnay. I don't know why, I like Yellowtail. It's
Do you like Yellowtails?
Huh?
No.
No, I like Yellowtail the wine.
Oh.
I like the different, I don't know why. It's not expensive, it's a good taste, you know. Put on some lipstick, pull up a chair, because we are about to discuss the latest happenings in Hollywood. It's been about a good 2 weeks, since the last time we seen you guys, so we got a lot to talk about. So while we take our first sip, go ahead and like this video, share it on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, because you know we're trying to come all the way on up. And we definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given us. Cheers, Trey. So let's talk about ChrisBrown. ChrisBrown.
See, you can run it. You've been running something.
Yeah, you've been running all right.
So supposedly
his pull-out game ain't good.
You been running that, huh? Pull out and run.
That pull-out game ain't too strong, honey. It's not too strong. But go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
ChrisBrown is supposedly fathered a 9 months. 9 months
ago.
So how long is a pregnancy?
9 months.
And so you telling me that basically this baby didn't been developed 9 months. Now the baby 9 months old.
Right.
God dang, you know Chris?
That's right. Chris is now a baby's father.
Daddy.
He is a baby daddy. He actually had a video vixen by the name of Nia Gunsman. Gunsman actually, they was hooking up. Allegedly, she was married during the time, or maybe she wasn't married. She already has an older kid.
Now she got a boyfriend too.
Now she got a boyfriend. Now she got a baby daddy, or whatever the case may be. So, ChrisBrown, congratulations to you on being a father. Do you think it's going to change him?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, I kind of think it might change Chris a little bit because of the fact that, when a man has a daughter, just from what I see, because I ain't got no daughters, but from what I see, it tends to change them a little bit, especially how they treat women. Because they wouldn't want anybody to treat their daughter that particular way. So maybe this might be something that changes
So
Chris.
when you say, is it going to change him? Is it going to change him on how he treats women, or is it going to change him on how he just does things?
Both.
Interesting.
What do you think? No?
I don't know. I mean,
with the kid, I think the kid, having the little girl might change Chris.
For me, the reason why I say that is because, one, with this situation, you were already paying the mama to keep it quiet. So
allegedly he found out about this a couple of months ago, and he's been paying her child support since then to kind of keep it up under wraps.
So
not really sure why you wouldn't want the world to know that you are a father.
Because
whatever.
How you gonna make a son these hoes ain't loyal and then you out here?
It might change. That's true, but it might change his image. Some people think that Usher getting married and having kids changed him as well too, and he's fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah, that's different.
Nobody sees him as that heartthrob anymore.
He's still fine.
There's a video actually that's out now. Shut up, Trey. There's a video out now where Usher brought a big girl up on stage, and she was grinding on him, and she rolled him on stage. It was just too cute.
Gave him life.
But one thing ChrisBrown's, new baby has changed. One situation that has changed is his relationship status with.
He's
what's
single.
Her name? Karrueche Tran.
I'm a single man. He's single now, y'all.
He's officially single now. So ChrisBrown's on the mark. Karrueche said, "I am not having it. Babies are not for single people. They're for married people. Chris, you can have it. Bye bye.
She said, I ain't
Case closed." And so this is my thing. And she posted it,
on Twitter.
Yeah, and on Instagram. The thing I hate about her and these two, they play out their issues on social media.
I think it's all a game.
Yeah, it is. It probably is, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just getting tired of it. Either y'all gonna be together, or y'all not. Wendy Williams predict that Karrueche will be back with him by Easter.
Before he 30. Well, yeah, by Easter. Yeah.
By Easter. I don't know how I feel about that whole situation. I'm just sick of them being in social media, going back and forth. No, but you know what? At the end of the day, in the beginning of the morning, I like ChrisBrown. He does some crazy things, and thankful that from his career hasn't suffered tremendously with all of the issues that he's had in the with court and things of that nature. Like, for example, he was denied entrance into Canada a couple of weeks ago. He had a sold out tour in Montreal and Toronto, and Canada said, pump your brakes, you know here, you know welcome here. Allegedly,
before the show.
Right, allegedly because of the fact that he had some type of, he's had a record, or he's a felon, or whatever the case may be. So, but he's hoping to maybe go back this summer. A lot of the fans were disappointed, about that.
I would be too.
Yeah, he was recently also on the Breakfast Club. And the thing about Chris is, even though he seems hot-headed, one thing I like about him, he owns his shit. Yeah. So if he's wrong, he'll admit that he's wrong. He's very cocky, very arrogant. He was talking about he's on this fix now where he don't want to talk about Drake, or he don't want to talk about Rihanna. He not getting checks. He ain't getting no coins for them, so why am I even bringing their names up? And he talk about Rihanna and where's she gonna go after him in this game or whatever. Now she's with Leonardo, and he even said, and that's good for her. But where else is she gonna go in this game? Meaning probably hip hop and R&B and stuff like that.
I was thinking he was meaning who else she gonna sleep with in this game.
No, that's not what I meant.
That's
not what she meant.
I don't think
that's not what he meant.
I think that's what he meant.
No,
that's the underlying shade.
But congratulations, Chris Brown, on your new baby, and we wish you,
BYDADDY.
What is that?
Baby daddy.
Is that a song?
Well,
Fantasia. This goes out to all my baby mamas. This goes out to all my baby mamas.
She said BAMA.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's baby mama. Okay,
yeah.
This goes out. But anyway, let's talk about other long lost kids. So there was a little story that was kind of hot for a quick moment, but we haven't heard about it lately.
Of course.
JayZ allegedly has some illegitimate child out there, and he's wanting Hov to go ahead and take some type of
paternity test. JayZ was before JayZ got with Beyonce.
Why you call that little boy ugly?
I mean, I said JayZ was too. Before he got with, because Beyonce upgraded him.
I mean, do you think they kind of favor each other?
He got his nose and his lips.
Yeah. Or whatever, Blue Ivy possibly has an older brother. Well, I don't think Jay's going for it. I don't think he's agreed to do any type of paternity test or anything like that. But
that Knowles family, child, I tell you, they got a lot going on. You got the daddy who got a child with another woman who wants Beyonce to be family, but you got the long music. That's a lot of going on over there in Knowles and Carter.
Right. Back to JayZ's illegitimate son.
I'm just saying, that's a lot going on. I'm glad nobody that I'm favor of got a whole bunch of going on. But anywho, supposedly the boy wants JayZ to take a blood test to confirm that he is. He's like 18 years old.
He's also aspiring to be a rapper too, or whatever. I mean, but I think if someone comes up and says, "I'm your child," is it wrong? Just because they're superstars, is it wrong for them to not have a paternity test? Because of the fact that, rock stars know what type of lives they lead.
Ooh, don't they?
A lot of drugs, a lot of sex, a lot of women.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. So if there is a possibility where something like that could happen. I'm just kind of interested on what determines, okay, I'm going to pursue this and see if it happens, or I'm not going to play into this. I could imagine playing into it would open up the door for several people to come forward and say, "Oh, you my baby daddy, you my baby daddy," or whatever the case may be.
I don't know who my daddy really is. I ain't going to say it on camera though.
Who?
I don't know.
Your father lives in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's who raised me. But I'm telling you who dad really is. But I ain't going to go there.
Who?
Anywho. So
Michael Jackson?
This boy.
Michael Jackson? Child, go ahead.
This boy wants 18 years
of bad child support.
Bad child support.
Is
he wanted a lump sum.
Is that not, is that something that's not due to him?
I mean, my thing is this. Let me tell you how I feel about a situation like this, for example. Why do I, not even as a celebrity, as a person who had a child with a woman, one night stand, now owe all that back child support of 18 years just because, people may look at me sideways.
Well, the twist to this story is,
why do I owe this money?
A man raised him thinking that was his son. But it wasn't until recently that he found out that it wasn't his son. So if anything, the back child support should not go to the young man because he's been taken care of. It should go to Jay.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like my thing is that if you had a hard life, your mama couldn't raise you, in and out of homes and all that, I can understand. You want some type of money because your mama struggled to raise you all alone. But if you done had a good life, you done been raised this way, and you want me, what am I paying? What am I paying for? For what? For what?
He just want a piece of the cut.
He want to be known as JayZ's. He want to be known as JayZ's child. It ain't even about one that lump. So he wants to be known as JayZ's child. So when he gets his lump sum at 18, now he still want to be in his life. Right.
Yeah, I mean, if I found out that a celebrity was my father all this time, it's not that I would be interested in any type of back pay, because just like you said, I kind of had a good life. You know, my mom and dad provided they did the best that they could, for me and my siblings. But I wouldn't want money from him right now. But I would want to learn the business with him. I'm not trying to be no rapper or anything like that, but I want to learn the business, learn more business acumen and things of that particular nature from him. And I would want to be a part of him. I would like to get to know him and stuff like that, but
I probably wouldn't even really care.
Trey, you a damn lie. If you found out that JayZ was your daddy, you wouldn't care?
I wouldn't care about the money. I would maybe more so care about having a relationship.
Well, I would expect to be written in the will. Just keep it at 100. And after a period of time, I would expect to start living some type of life of luxury. I'm just going to keep it 100.
Yeah.
My intentions in the beginning ain't to get money, but I would assume that after a period of time, if we get a relationship, we need to start having some, start having some type of relationship, and I need to start reaping some benefits of it. Am I wrong for that? Bitch, you got all this damn money. Give me some coins. Give me a little something.
Give me a little something.
Yeah, shit.
Give me a house over here.
Let me have. That type of, I don't know.
Give me a house over here and give me 2 cars.
Yeah, I guess us sitting here talking about this is giving us some more life, so let's just move on. Let's talk about Empire just a little bit.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
What a wonderful show.
It's an amazing show.
What a wonderful show. And the thing I like about it, each week it gets better and better and better. Mm-hmm. Now that's the thing about, short-lived or mid-season replacement shows. Because they don't have a full order for a full season, which is, like 20-something episodes normally.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, but this is a mid-season replacement, and they've done a good job with building up the suspense. They've done a good job with building up the drama. They've done a great job. Timberland's done a phenomenal job producing the music. It's just a really good show. It's put together very, very well. It reminds me like a modern day Dynasty, but with more of a hip hopera, kind of twist to it. Mm-hmm. But the show is just good. Trey, if you waste that on this computer, I done that once before.
Yeah, that's you.
But anywho, talk about Empire. What's going on?
Let me just start from the way it I think what I love most about it is that it continues to bring different characters in. Like you have these other artists and singers that come in, but when they come in, they're not actually who they are. Mm-hmm. They have they're a different person. Like you had who came in? Who was on last week's episode? Estelle. She was somebody named somebody else. Right. You have Jennifer Hudson who's gonna be on there. She's not Jennifer Hudson. Right. Only person that was on there was like Anthony Hamilton. He was
playing characters.
They're playing characters. And that's what I love about it is that it keeps it interesting, but it's touching on so many different things that actually hit home with people. Like and what's crazy to me is that it's usually the husband who comes out of jail. But it could keep coming out. She's out of prison. She want her half. She's battling with actually still being in love, maybe with her ex. To the guy who the son who has bipolar disorder.
Now that was an elevated fight. That was a really good elevated fight. I would have to say the cast from an acting perspective, from a craft perspective, I think they're really doing a good job bringing it. Mm-hmm. Taraji's doing a good job. Terrence is doing a good job. The oldest son did a phenomenal job, displaying someone who's off their meds when it comes to bipolar disorder. So they're bringing, hopefully, I think next episode they're going to be bringing some awareness to that. The show is just dope as hell. I like it. At first, I was like, okay, all this singing, I thought this was gonna be a damn Tyler Perry play, and I'm not here for all of that. But you know, the music and everything is good. They have a gay son and they have a young, kind of reckless son, which you know represents kind of the young teenagers of today, or whatever.
They're reckless.
Then it plays on the mother-son dynamic, with her being closest to the gay son and the younger son not really pleased about that, or he's a little jealous of it. You know, the show is it's a pretty damn good show. Now, Lee Daniels, of course, directs, you know, this particular show. And over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of catfighting between him and Oscar winner Monique. Now, you guys know Monique, you know, famed comedian from the Parkers. Hey, Professor Ogilvy! You know, Brant, she was on Moesha. She was, and she played the mother in Precious.
That's what she won her award.
Won the Academy Award for Best Actress. And after the Academy Award, Monique just disappeared. Now,
she didn't have a show. Was that after?
The Monique show.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, yeah, we went to, no, you weren't with us then, but we went to it. We went to the Monique show here in Atlanta to tape it. But the thing about it is, Monique just disappeared. Now, memory serves me correctly, I always thought Monique said that she was taking a break a little while because of the fact that she wanted to focus on raising her twins with her husband. But now Monique has been popping back up lately in conversations talking about she's been blackballed from Hollywood, according to Lee Daniels. Now, Lee was the one who, you know, directed Precious, and, you know, there's been some murmurs that he was upset because Monique did not call his name in her acceptance speech from the Oscars. So, you know, he said that she's been blackballed because Monique claims that she was the one originally offered the role of Cookie on Empire, and the front runner to play Lucius was Wesley Snipes. Now, I don't know about y'all. I can't see that. I just can't see the two of them together playing this role. I have no doubt that they are great actors, but I just can't see Monique playing Cookie. I can't see Monique wearing that little, you know, outfit that Taraji wore when she thought, you know, Terrence was going to, you know, announce that they was getting back together and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't know. What are your thoughts, Ray?
I can't see Monique. Okay, let me finish what he's saying, okay? I can't see Monique playing Cookie and Wesley Snipes playing Lucius because to me, I don't even see any chemistry with them two. But I can see Monique playing Cookie. Not so more of the looking at it as the sexy side of it, but looking at sort of the acting part of it. I can see her portraying that role.
A strong
woman, sassy,
recently released from prison, trying to rebuild her relationships.
Yes, I can see that. But when I say I don't see, is to say, and we know Monique. We're looking at Monique as thinking that's her as the big Monique, but Monique has lost weight.
No, it's not that.
But that's what I've had a conversation with people, and I said I still see the big Monique, and I'm like, you have to think about where Monique has come from. Even if you think about Taraji, I mean, she's beautiful, but she's hasn't always been as beautiful as she is. So she always had that rough side to her, or that hood look to her.
You know, it's hard out here for a day.
Right. Or baby boy.
Right.
So,
Jody!
He's so ghetto. You can see this the ghetto version of this show. But I can honestly see Monique playing that role because I can see her.
Child, I'm not here for it. I can't see it. I just can't.
Now
see
my
it.
thing is that Monique really wanted so desperately to be.
Right.
Hold on. Like she so desperately wanted to be on Empire. She should have just hit Leah. Let me
play Cookie Mama.
Let me play a aunt or something. Because Tasha Smith plays her sister.
Right.
She does a great role as playing, you know, just her.
And Monique can play their damn mama or whatever the case.
That old.
I'm not calling her old, but she could have just been a black woman who, you know, just got knocked up when she was a little earlier than what she was supposed to be. I don't know. I like Monique. Monique, girl, if you just want to work, just say you want to work. Just tell that, y'all, I done been out the game for a little while, but I'm looking for some work, honey. I got a show idea for you. I've always had in the back of my head. It's called My Three Boys, or whatever the case may be. And the concept, I'm not going to talk about it. I'll tell you off camera, but that's the concept for a show that I have one day. But let's talk about the star of. To me, he's like the breakout star of the show.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
breaking
Smollett.
It ain't no closet that he breaking out of. Because like he stated today on Ellen, it ain't no closet. He don't own no closet. He owns a dresser.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He came out.
Right.
He plays his game role on.
What's his name?
Jesse. And if we're saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. It's a unique name.
Trey is supposed to know this stuff.
It's Jesse Smollett. Whatever the case may be.
You remember them. You remember the little Smollett kids from TGIF? Do you remember that? They had that show on TGIF?
That is.
Yeah, that's them.
It sure is.
That's them. With all their parents had passed away, and I think it was called On Our Own.
Wow. And
they're on our own. And they had an older brother who was kind of trying to take care of them, or some other people trying to take care of. But that's them children, and they're all beautiful.
They are.
All of those kids are very, very beautiful. But congratulations to him. Not only has he come out, I guess he's come out.
He's come out.
But he said he had a family, and he had to think of his family. But he's also come out. His character has come out on Empire, and he's been offered a record deal by.
He got a record deal with Columbia Records. That means he's negotiating with Beyonce.
Yeah,
King B.
That's dope.
Can you imagine?
Really, really dope. How your life, one television show could change the course of your life.
That's all I'm asking for.
Or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So congratulations to him. So let's talk about the Oscars. So you guys know the Oscars came on a couple of weeks ago, and we all know that Fashion Police, which was hosted by the late great Joan Rivers and her squad of pussycats, Kelly Osbourne, and sometimes Magic Johnson's son used to be on there, and GiulianaRanic. So now that, what's her name? Joan Rivers has passed on, what's the name? Kathy Griffin has taken over as hosting the actual show. Well, Zendaya, you guys know Zendaya. She's a former Disney character, and she was also originally set to play the role of Aaliyah, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was originally.
She was originally set to play the role of Aaliyah, but she quit because she was getting a lot of flack. You don't look like her. You don't sound like her. You're not. I think they were saying that Zendaya was too light or whatever to play the role, but she quit. She was also in what other movie? Wasn't she in not the TLC movie? She was in
No, you're thinking about
Drumline.
You're thinking about the girl who actually played.
Oh, okay. But anywho,
she's the one who was in Drumline.
Is Zendaya the one who's going to be playing Storm?
Yes.
Okay, so she's
no, that's
still the other girl.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Damn, let me get my facts straight. But anywho, Zendaya wore some locks to the Oscars, and GiulianaRanic made a comment saying that she smelled like weed and petroleum oil, whatever it is. And you guys know that oil is kind of like what's used in incense and things of that particular nature. So basically, she said that Giuliana said Zendaya looked like she smelled like weed. What do you think that was a racist comment, Trey?
Well,
because it started a whole whirlwind of not foolishness, but people were outraged that she actually made that comment about her. And they were saying that it was a racist comment.
My thing is that she said she smelled like weed.
She looked like she smelled like weed.
She said that? I didn't know that was what she exactly said.
For real? Are you joking?
I'm serious. I didn't know that's exactly what she said. I was thought it was about based on the hair. I didn't know she said she looked like she
was saying
like
the locks made her look like she smelled.
Like she smoked.
Like she's like weed or petroleum oil. I think it's petroleum.
And that's what black people use.
It's used in incense, oils, and things of that particular nature.
That's sad.
So so now that you know that's what started, that was the catalyst for all of this foolishness. Because as a result, she said it on television. As a result, Kelly Osbourne, who's friends with Zendaya, immediately called for Giuliana to issue an apology. And she conceded and she issued an apology the next day that wasn't her intention for it to be taken as a racist comment. She was saying that you guys know that on Fashion Police, anybody, it's open season for anybody. We go after anybody. But that she did not mean that. Now, to me, there are some people who wear different types of oils and it smells good. To me, because I went through a stage where I've worn oils before too. But the way that she said it, it was more of a negative connotation.
Right.
So, Zendaya, she went on kind of Instagram and she stated something. I'm going to read it. There's a fine line between what is funny and what is disrespectful. Someone said something about my hair at the Oscars that left me in awe. Not because I was relishing in rave outfit reviews, but because I was hit with ignorant slurs and pure disrespect. To say that an 18-year-old woman with locks must smell like patchouli oil or weed is not only a large stereotype, but outrageously offensive. I don't usually feel the need to respond to negative things, but certain remarks cannot go unchecked. If you have known my father, brother, best childhood friend, and little cousins, all have locks. Then she goes on to say, do you know what Ava DuVernay, which is director of Selma, I can't know what her last name is, enunciate her last name, Ledisi, a 9-time Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter and actress, Terry McMillan, an author, Vincent Brown, a professor of African-American studies at Harvard University, Heather Andrea Williams, historian who also possesses a JD from Harvard University and an MA and PhD from Yale University, as well as many other men and women and children of race, all have in common locks, none of which smell like marijuana. There is already harsh criticism of African American hair in our society with the help of ignorant people who choose to judge others based on the curl of their hair. My wearing my hair in locks on an Oscar red carpet was to showcase them in a positive symbol of strength and beauty, almost like a lion's name. To me, locks are a symbol of strength and beauty, almost like a lion's name. I'm sorry. I suggest some people should listen to India Ari's I Am Not My Hair and contemplate a little before opening your mouth so quickly to judge. It's Zendaya Coleman.
I wonder if that's why Brandy got locks now.
You're reaching. You are reaching. You
She
are
never wore locks, and
reaching.
now she's wearing locks.
Anywho, Kelly Osbourne has decided
support.
to leave the show as a result of this. So, I mean, good for you, Kelly, that you're taking a stand. Good for Zendaya that she took a stand. Good for Giuliana that she realized the error in her ways and that she actually apologized. So who do you think should take over?
Well, there's reports that Nene Leakes or Khloe Kardashian.
Khloe could do good. To me, that would be very... that's predictable for them to choose Khloe, in my personal opinion.
Right, because she's a Kardashian.
Yeah, because she's a Kardashian. She's already been on there. Nene is a wild card.
I would like Nene to be.
I would definitely say Nene is a wild card, but I don't know if Nene would... I don't know how she would fit in on that set. And the reason I say that is because Nene has a bold personality. And she's the take charge kind of woman.
This might be needed.
So she's not going to, she doesn't seem like she would be the person, because Joan was the host. That's what I'm trying to say. Nene, if Nene is too strong to be sitting in a co-star seat, she needs to be the host of the show if they're going to select Nene Leakes.
We need to go back to, I meant to mention something.
Go back to what?
Empire.
Oh. But yeah, so, my thing is, I don't know who they should get. I always thought that Magic Johnson's son would be an excellent addition to that cast. Why not?
No.
Why not?
That's already the image that they have of gay men. That's all we know is fashion. That's all we know to talk about.
Well, he's studying fashion in school.
Well, let him study, let him get his
and
master's.
he appears to have some great, sense of style and everything. So what's wrong with him being on the show?
No.
Now that's a stereotype, Trey, that you're feeding into.
No, but that's what. No, just no.
I don't know. I think, what is his name? God, AJ? No, not CJ. Magic Johnson's son. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him being on that show. I think he has the experience. He knows the fashion, and he'll be able to compete with the rest of them on the show. My personal opinion, they need somebody of color up there. They need somebody of color up there.
That's what I said. Nene Leakes.
Well, let's talk about, since we're talking about Nene, let's talk about Real Housewives.
Let me go back real quick.
No, we missed it. You missed your opportunity.
We're going to go back and we're going to discuss Empire real quick.
EJ Johnson, that's his name.
So did you hear about Diddy supposedly suing?
Oh my God.
Because supposedly Empire is based off his life. So now he's supposed. How do you feel? Like, do you feel like supposedly that was even
My
focusing
thing
about?
is, you know.
My thing is that if that's
that.
based on your life, then my thing is it true that you killed Biggie? And which one of your sons are gay?
See, that's when you run to the gay thing.
No.
But my thing is this.
Which one of your sons is gay? And did you kill Biggie Small?
I hate when something successful
And another black
in
person?
our community comes along and someone says that this was my idea and they try to take it down. That really, really irks my nerves. Now, to me, I understand, you know, I'm not saying I understand, but, you know, I've seen Diddy throughout the years. I don't know his family life. It doesn't seem like it resembles his family life at all to me. He hasn't come out and said that report was true, has he? He hasn't either confirmed nor denied that he was actually seeking legal counsel or suing, but that was a rumor. That was an alleged rumor that was out there. But I pray to God that it's not true. I really don't want that to be true because this show doesn't need any type of negative connotation associated with it. Let these people, let Taraji, let Terrence, let all of them, Gabby, everybody who's associated with this cast, let them bask in the success of the show. Let Lee focus on season 2. Let Tim focus on the music for season 2. Let them be great, Diddy, if that is true. You know, I just think I was really kind of disappointed to hear that, and I'm even upset that people are giving that type of story fuel or whatever. But thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
RHOA.
This show exhausts me. My favorite housewife show is The Real House of Beverly Hills. Now, if you want to see some real classy drama, you watch that show. These girls on The Real Housewives, honey, they be throwing mud. It's just like, okay, let's start with Apollo and Phaedra. First of all, that whole scene when Apollo came back before he went to jail, that was staged. I don't care what nobody says. That was just for the cameras. Do you think it was real?
When he pulled off and he came back?
The whole thing, him just popping up at the house, just so happened when she's at the house at the same time. And I'm pretty sure there was some manipulation of as Lil Mo and all them calls him RBD, the wizard who behind the scenes or whatever. I'm pretty sure all of that was some manipulation from the wizard. But it was staged. Yeah. He got a machine gun. Then Phaedra got these clowns of a pastor and preacher coming in her house, throwing stuff around.
She's a Christian lady.
She's a Christian lady. But Phaedra is conveniently a Christian when she wants to be a Christian. Now, one thing I would say, Cynthia did bring up a good point. I will say this. You know, Phaedra, all them other years, and I said this a while ago, Trey. I felt that if Phaedra came back for another season, she's going to have to show us the real Phaedra. The real Phaedra. The Phaedra who curses.
I mean, all Christians
and
curse.
Says fuck.
Christians curse.
And shit. And damn. And bitch. All of us Christians cuss, but some of y'all like to hold some people more accountable. I just completely flip sides. But anywho, I'm glad that Phaedra has no choice but to show us who she is now. I really am glad of that because as much as I love Phaedra, I love Phaedra the first season when nobody liked her. A lot of people did not like Phaedra the first season. Y'all felt that she was fake and she was phoning, but that whole thing with Apollo, you know, I am glad that, you know, she has some sense of security in her home. My personal opinion, I would have boxed that whole damn house up and sold it and moved me to a brand new house. Fuck bringing the preacher in there to bless it. Let me pack up all my shit and let me go. Let me find me another house where I can start over completely with that negative energy. If there are demons that are around his back, whatever it is, I won't carry that stuff with me. What would you do?
I mean, I would have stayed in my house, but I just would have changed locks like she did, get a gate put up. I mean, I would have stayed in my home because it was a beautiful home.
The home ugly on the outside. This is my personal opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, the front door looks odd.
Change the door.
No, it looks odd. The whole entrance. It's a beautiful house on the inside, you know, from what we've seen on TV. Mm-hmm. She has a decorated.
And she has the only house that we actually see the house. Because Candy House, you only see the kitchen.
in their bedroom, in their living room,
I ain't never seen the living
and the
room.
guest house too. We've seen it. You've seen it a couple times. Remember they were having counseling in the front room on the Candy show.
Only thing you see in Cynthia's house, well, Cynthia's
It's her
kitchen,
closet, in her kitchen.
in the living room.
Don't Cynthia stay over there by you?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah.
on your side.
But the kitchen and her living room are one part small. It's not different.
Anywho, so Cynthia decides to bring up this whole Mr. Chocolate thing at the table when all of them were having dinner. Phaedra pulled up her purse and was about to slap the hell out of Kenya. Now Kenya, you my girl. I love you. I rocks with you. But girl, that fake cry that you was doing at the winery,
You don't get
Cynthia
to call. You
and
don't
Claudia, girl, bye.
You don't get to
Child boo. Girl, stop. Like, that was the fakest cry I've ever seen. That is true, though. You don't, Phaedra doesn't get to call Kenya a whore if Phaedra is actually out there entertaining other men.
Phaedra
When
ain't out
she's
there
mad.
entertaining no other man.
I mean, but this is my thing. If she was, I don't fault her for that.
Kenya's a whore. She has whore tendencies. She had a whore tendency.
Why is she a whore?
Either way, if you
Why
ain't give this man fellatio, you still flirted with him in front of his wife, behind his wife, in front of people. You still don't flirt with the man. If you're not a whore, you have whore tendencies. So we're just gonna call you whore tendency.
Unfortunate thing is that Kenya maybe didn't see her flirting with Apollo as flirting.
You ain't do that with Todd. You didn't do that with Peter.
Because she ain't
You didn't do that with Greg. You did it with Apollo, the red bone.
That very well may be true. I'm not gonna knock you for that, but Kenya, I'm not here for the fake crying, girl. Stop with them crocodile tears. But I understand. Now this is how I would have executed that conversation at the table.
Ass.
Yeah,
well, I'm just
Cynthia, come on, girl. I'm with Nene on this. You look really stupid, and I be rooting for you because you're trying. You are trying to have a backbone this season.
She ain't got one.
She's trying. Whatever. She's trying to have a backbone.
She look dumb.
But she looks stupid in the process. Don't let them producers boost you up to do stuff that you don't believe in, that you can't successfully execute. That's what I'm trying to say, Trey. Rehearse it. Now, this is how the conversation would have went if I was at the table. Phaedra, what's up, girl? I mean, how's everything going with you? You know, I saw Apollo finally went to jail. You know, girl, I'm praying for you, honey. I really am praying for you. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. I can appreciate your prayers.
That's something like
Because, just asking Jesus to fix it. Mm-hmm. Phaedra will say something like that. Now, I do want to set your expectations about this now. Now, I don't know if it's true, but Apollo came to Peter, telling Peter about some text messages, and he had the text messages, girl,
that sounds like something
saying that, you've been fooling around with him with some man named Mr. Chocolate. Peter did tell me, or whatever the case, about the whole situation. Or whatever. Really? And I think the conversation would have went a little different if she would have presented it. But the whole time Cynthia was looking down like this. She couldn't even look at her. I mean, I'm just going to put it out on the table.
You discuss it.
But why on the table, girl? Look at me in my eye when I'm talking to you.
Talk about it if you want to.
Right. If you want to talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. Okay, what is it? Child Phaedra went to that phone. She was mad. Phaedra was mad. She was very, very mad. Yeah. So, Cynthia, if you're going to be messy, girl, you got to stand. Stand up. Just stand up in your mess and be messy. Just own it, girl, and be done with it. Kenya jumped in because Kenya felt that this was her opportunity to get back at Phaedra for all of the whores and the name calling that she was calling her. Now me, I would have fact checked a little bit more before I brought that up. Before I took it to the girls. Yeah. I'm not going to say that I would have fact checked it more before bringing it up because these is the girls. We together. This is a safe environment. So let's have some girl talk. Let me let my sister, my girlfriend know what my husband told me that your husband said. That's my whole thing about this whole situation. Like a friend brought to my attention is those text messages could have been previous texts that were going on between Phaedra and Apollo. And Apollo made it seem like it was messages that was coming from another man. He just conveniently
printed out
the messages and
because he does something. He came up with the whole lie by Kenya.
That's some faggot shit. screenshotting the text messages and printing out, bitch, huh? You know, that's some faggot
Ain't
stuff.
that up?
But I'm
Something y'all do?
no, I don't do that.
I ain't got time.
I'm not printing out shit.
I ain't got time.
I will take the screenshots and show them to you.
I'll post it on
I'm not
Twitter.
printing out nothing. And see, that's how reckless you are. You will bring the whole world into the situation
I'm
before
just
you.
joking.
No, you ain't.
I don't post that on Twitter.
No, you would do something like that.
I don't post that on Twitter. I don't even know that kind of. I don't even followers
If
doing
you
that
were,
type of
if
shit.
you were.
No.
So Nene decides that she wants to be a mediator.
Yes, I commend her for that.
I don't commend Nene for
Good
that
job,
shit.
Nene.
You know why?
Good
Because
job.
guess what's happening next week? She gonna walk out. She's
I'll walk
gonna
out
leave.
too. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Bitches, y'all need it. Y'all
Nene
need
wants
counsel.
to be
I'm
known
rich,
as
bitch.
the
Bye.
grown woman. We're all grown women.
And then Cynthia, old stupid ass.
Wait a minute. But Cynthia did get Nene. She was like, okay, grown woman. Go, you know, I'll let you do you. Go ahead, grown
So
woman.
stupid. But no,
that was
but
cute,
this is
though.
what she does.
That was a cute
That's what she
shit.
does.
Candy even had to laugh after
even
that.
when she met with Phaedra. And Phaedra, she talking about, you know, I brought you here to decide, you know, if you don't want to be here, bitch, I wouldn't have came if I didn't want to be here to discuss this with you. Why does she always start this? Just like when she had the conversation with Portia, she always start off the shit with negativity or in
no,
defense.
it's not negativity. It's
defense.
calling the thing a thing.
No.
I probably would have done the same thing if I was Cynthia sitting there and said, wait a minute.
No.
I hope you're not just talking about us, Nene, because Nene has a tendency to do that.
But Nene
will
out.
point the finger at everybody else and she'll issue a half-ass apology. Claudia, I'm sorry that I said that. I'm sorry that I said that.
But Nene
and that everything just supposed to be okay. And that's what Cynthia was doing. Just making sure that you are including yourself into this.
No, Cynthia's stupid. Just like when she met Phaedra at the thing, when she got there, the first thing she said is, bitch, instead of just saying thank you for coming, I'm glad that you can make it, that we can have this one-on-one. No, she will, you know, if you don't want to be here, you know.
But
bitch,
Trey,
I drove here.
but you know what? I think a lot of times when we're watching reality TV, we give people who we don't like or we don't identify with a hard time.
I used to like
Wait a minute. If me and you are having some differences and I say, come on my brother, let's sit down and let's hash this out. And if you come in the house with an attitude, like your shit don't stink, like you really, wait a minute, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Well, what
we don't know that. But Phaedra did was kind of, you know, she was doing that because she had already said she expected Cynthia to give her an apology for what happened.
She should.
And I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting that.
Because
but what I'm saying is, we don't know the energy that Phaedra could have possibly. Wait a minute. She was possibly given off at the table. Phaedra could have been given off like, you know how cute she can be sometimes. And Cynthia might have decided, okay, well, before we begin, if you're not gonna be receptive to what I'm saying, then let's just not do this.
But that ain't even how it happened.
And that's the thing. A lot of times when you're mending fences with people bring negative energy into the situation. Depending on the situation, I can completely understand.
Well, when you have a consistent action, when your consistent action every time you have a conversation with somebody, you start off with you want to be here, blah blah. It's obvious that's how she's showing how to communicate. That's how she does.
If she didn't want to sit down with her, she needed to leave.
Then she did.
She should not have committed to coming to try to hack stuff out if you're gonna come with the attitude.
She's gonna make her mistakes.
When I've been in situations with people where we are not communicating or we are having a difference of opinion, I try my best to be optimistic and I try my best to be open to what they have to say. I don't have an attitude.
You know what the best? Let me tell you what the best shade was though, and I don't know if anybody caught it. Is that when Cynthia was doing that, Nene said, "Oh, and you can call your husband to pick you up." Basically said, "Bitch, I only got one car." So.
But we all know that Cynthia has more than one car. Peter has a Mercedes and she has a Land Rover.
Where?
Right. She has a Land Rover and Peter has a Mercedes. Yes, he does. He dropped her off in the Mercedes. It's a little small class Mercedes. It's not a big body Mercedes.
You can call your husband to pick you up. That was just the underlying best shade to me. It was just so funny. I died laughing.
Well, what's wrong? I mean, I don't understand why that was funny.
it was funny because just like she always said, you know, you run to Peter, Peter has you under his thing. He tells you what to say.
I'm so sick of Nene and that shit.
Nene ain't going nowhere. She started it.
Cynthia said
she started it. She ain't going nowhere.
I don't know which Nene I'm gonna deal with today. This Nene where I thought that we mended fences, and we did think that her and Cynthia mended fences,
I knew they did.
or whatever the case. But the very next episode, here come Nene with the shade.
Yep.
And matter of fact, I think Nene has hit Claudia and Kenya with some type of gag order to stop bad mouthing her. Now that's my thing. You call Kim the biggest whore in the world, tarnished her reputation with some people, but you want to issue gag orders against Kenya and Claudia for putting your ass in your place?
Well, Kim kind of...
Candy was the one person. Candy and Sheree will put Nene in their place. Oh, and as you can see, Nene don't fuck with Candy like that. She'll be nice and cordial. Candy looking at her with the side eye, and I hate the fact that they're playing off of the vulnerability between Phaedra and Candy's relationship right now. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes, you know, you have good friends, but sometimes your friends also have things going on in their lives where they may not be able to be there for every situation.
When we're talking about Candy, let's talk about this whole her thinking that he had an affair, or he's not interested, or whatever the case may be. What do you feel about it? Because I feel that he's not having an affair, and he hasn't lost interest. You just have to keep in mind that Todd just lost his mom. He ain't worried about waking up every morning.
But she hasn't been lost yet.
She hasn't been lost yet. They already had the
No, I'm saying when they were filming this, they haven't had the funeral yet.
That already passed.
No, not on the show. Yeah, it happened in real life, but the show they haven't aired that yet.
I remember them talking. Yes, they have.
No, they have not. They haven't aired that on the show yet. I promise you they haven't.
I remember them talking about it on the show.
No, they did not talk about it because the last time Todd's mom was there, they did, because remember Katie had a conversation with Joyce, and in that particular episode, that when they said it was dedicated to his mama. She already passed. I don't think she's passed yet, Trey.
I don't have to check on that because
I don't think she's passed yet.
I think
No, I don't think she's passed yet. They did do a memory in her the last time that she appeared on the show.
Because remember,
the last time she appeared on the show, they did a memory of her at the end.
I have to double check.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I have to double check.
You're wrong.
Well, might be
well, you have an internet connection. Look right there.
And I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna check wrong to find out.
Anywho, carry on. But what you were saying now? Cheating, Todd.
I don't think he is.
I don't think Todd's cheating either.
Let me tell you something about Tauruses, because that's what he is. Never mind. I ain't gonna break it down.
Go ahead.
But anywho, I don't believe he's having an affair. I don't believe he lost interest. The man just really, he's trying to be on his grind. He's trying to work.
Yeah, that's how I think about it.
And she's a freak. I mean, you need to just calm down. Like, you do toys. Use your toys.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, when you marry, you expect your man to be putting... Now, come on now. A man is a man. A man is always down for some pussy. But he's grinding right now. And he's trying to, you know, he's down... He's trying to get his business... He's trying to get his coins up, Candy. And that, you know, takes a lot of long nights and a lot of long days and things of that particular nature. But I think they'll pull through this. I'm not even worried about this. I hate that they're going to counseling already, but they got to do what they got to do to keep their relationship fresh. Alright, we've talked long enough, Trey. That's the end of this particular show. We want to thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like this video, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You know, we're trying to
wait a minute. I need you to put a little more energy into that. That is so blah.
Oh, well, I didn't need it like that.
Well, just come out. We need y'all to like this video.
Deliver it.
No, you go ahead.
No, you do it.
You're the one that's smart. You live. It didn't charge. Go ahead.
This is my show. That's why.
Bye, y'all. Here we go.
Right.
Why do y'all
when it's time for the truth, you don't want to hear the truth.
No, it's time for bullshit. It's time to cut it.
Thank y'all so much for watching my show, Hollywood Happenings, with my co-host, Trey Hollywood.
It's great co-host to do this with you. Thank you, everybody, for watching Hollywood Happenings
You don't like
with
that?
Alexis Maurice and Trey Hollywood. Like the video.
People with no pigment in their skin, child, they think they own everything.
You done? Okay. We want to thank y'all for watching.
Now you want to close the show.
You done?
By the way, people, my birthday was on March the 6th. I turned 32.
They know I posted it on our
Whatever.
Our Facebook.
Well, I just need to say it on camera too.
Y'all.
Thank y'all for
He's
all of
turned
you.
32.
Right. It's
Alexis
my birthday.
Maurice. Happy birthday. I love you.
Whatever. Where's my cake? Where's my balloon? Where's
Kate,
my
Kate,
card?
I got the strippers coming out in a
No.
few minutes. I can't have them on camera. This is a family shoot. This is a family show.
Not with all this cussing. You talking about gay people and
That's
stuff.
you
This ain't
doing
no family
cursing.
show.
Gay is a thing. I mean, it's
Thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate you. You have a great day. Bye.
Really? Wow. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh gosh.
You're weird.
I'm loving it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get started, my friend.
All right, let's go. You done bagaking?